right? So your mind will start coming up with all these things that you went through the day, or anything that you even feel about yourself and about life, right? So that's how I managed to also understand that some of the things I believe about myself is negative, then that's the first thing you need to do, is realize that you do have that problem. Then you're able to address it. Okay, so a method that you can use is meditation. At least have some downtime, at least once or twice a day, every day. Downtime where you silence, you unplug from everything. You unplug from your work, about unplugging even your social life. Switch off social media, so you just don't get no distractions. Move from the TV, things like that, and just spend time alone for at least 15 minutes a time, at least twice a day. That makes it 30 minutes a day, right? So what you're doing there, you're actually training yourself to be silent and to observe what are your thoughts about yourself and life, and you'll be surprised on how negative it can be, right? So when you have now realized that you have self-doubt in certain areas in your life, then even write it down and ask yourself questions before you meditate, and ask yourself, how do I feel about dating? How do I feel about me, my abilities to attract this Mr. Right? Okay, and then go into a meditation, a 15 minutes meditation, not too long, maybe even 10 minutes, and ask yourself that question while you're meditating. So meditation is not about total silence. It's also about basically on stillness and observing what your thoughts are, and it's not about not thinking about everything. So if you want to know more meditation and how to do it, you can actually find a lot of material online on how to meditate effectively, to get you into that point where you can actually see and observe your thoughts about yourself, right? Like lately I came across something. There was a topic, I was in a meeting and I said something, and I kind of said something negative about myself, and then that made me ask myself, is this how I feel about myself? And then automatically all the positive affirmations that I said, like, went against all what I said about myself. So I was asking, but why did I say something negative about myself? Because at the end of the day, I don't feel about myself in this way. So how do I change it, right? So once I find that, okay, there's a trigger word, the trigger word basically picked up that negative words that I used. You see, that's another method, is to actually be very careful on what you say and be aware. In most cases, we just automatically respond. We don't think consciously of our responses. When people are talking and there's a topic and we're discussing a topic and people say something about you, and somehow you respond in not a positive way, it's because subconsciously there's something that you believe about yourself in terms of that specific topic that actually brought out that negativity. Okay, so at the end of the day, negative talk can be removed by using affirmations as well. As I said, meditation and affirmations, and also journaling, and also consciously spend time alone, away from noise. We spend too much time on social media, and when we're on social media, we tend to compare ourselves to others, to other ladies, other people that are actually our peers, in other words. Okay, we tend to prefer to go onto social media and compare ourselves to celebrities, which can be quite misleading. You see, that kind of thing. Your celebrity is married 5 times and you just having a struggle meeting your first Mr. Right, and that celebrity is married 5 times. So you start doubting yourself and say, but there's something wrong with me. Or maybe another example, you can find that a friend on Facebook is married already, and that's your peer, and that's somebody that you went to school together, you went to university together, or maybe even work together, and the person's getting married, and you start doubting yourself. You see, so that's the whole idea, that you need to be careful about social media and what you expose yourself to, because when you start comparing yourself and doubting yourself, and then you start having negative talk that if so and so can achieve something, then why I haven't achieved it as yet. I'm now 30 years old and I haven't met my Mr. Right. I'm now 30 years old and I've been dating all the Mr. Wrongs. What's wrong with me? You see, you start asking yourself those questions. That's why it's important for you to spend time away from social media and be very, I would say, choosy on the type of social media content you expose yourself to. So what I've learned to do is expose myself to positive things, something uplifting, material that's uplifting, social media influences that uplift me, so that I can know that my life is still possible. I can still have everything that I desire. And then what I can do is stop comparing myself, but rather look at what I can do differently in my life for me to be able to achieve all that I want to achieve. So that's how you combat negative talk. Number one, by spending time alone. That's meditation, learning how to meditate for at least 15 minutes a day. Right. Number two, affirmations. Number three, journaling. Write down what you think about yourself, and then write down what you like to think about yourself, where you want to be, what you want to be, those type of things, And then alone time is very important to unplug yourself and just sit and relax and expose yourself to positive things like uplifting social media content about like motivational stuff, or even like stories about the people that achieved great things in their lives, stories about how people manifested their own Mr. Rights or their ideal partners in life. That's what you need to do. Expose yourself to positive information, and then you start working on your self-talk, because your self-talk is based on what's coming into you, what's coming into your reality, what you're exposing yourself to. You see, that kind of thing. And remember that life is not a competition. Life is an experience. So don't be competing with others and say, oh no, my cousin is now married and she has 5 children, whatever sort of may be, and I'm still stuck in one spot. Number one, you can never be stuck in life. Life is always moving constantly. You choose to be stuck by focusing on something that you don't have. Focusing on lack, aka, is like being stuck. So you need to be positive and look for something more uplifting. And remember that life is not a competition, it's an experience. Every experience is different for everybody, because everybody has different perceptions and understanding about life, different vibration as they call it. So you need to work on your own vibration and be more happy and be more content and more positive about your current situation. And that's how you start working on changing your negative self-talk to more positive self-talk. And remember that everybody has this problem. Nobody's perfect. There's nobody that 24/7 every day thinks positive things about themselves. However, you should have like 80 to 90% of your time and your thoughts should be positive thoughts about yourself and about life. So ladies, thank you for listening into this audio, and I hope it was helpful. Right, so if you need to contact me, you can get hold of me on my social media links below. I will have them listed below. So, and share and like this audio. Thank you.